And so Sammy hit up my like best friend Johnny, and he lives in Atlanta, and I spent a lot of time with him. And he was like, "Hey, like, would you be willing to do a locking section, or do you know anybody who can do locking?" And so he referred me to do that. And so the first meeting I had with Carson and Sammy, I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And I think I can talk about this, but they were like, "Yeah, you know, we don't know if we're going to do a locking section this year. Maybe it'll be next year or whatever." And ended up flying us out there 10 days after surgery, and then the rest just kind of happened. And so I feel like I got thrown to the wolves in that regard, and then ended up joining Tribe with Jovi, and then...
And you had just gotten operated, so that is...
Yeah.
Incredible that you weren't even standing up choreographing. You were choreographing sitting down.
No, it was funny doing this with Jovi, where it'd be like, all right, so you know the scuba arms, and then you know the feet from this one dance I did. We're gonna combine those together, and then just it was like very cool because it was a way for me to step back a little bit and just to have like a conversation with Jovi to like, how is this gonna work out? And I feel like it was more helpful to the end product to be able to step back and really like clean the girls in a way to be able to work through the funk and the foundation that I think had I been able to really walk, that I wouldn't have been able to just watch and observe and try to navigate the routine a little bit.
Well, I think one thing that's very cool about you is that there's not a lot of hip hop teachers, choreographers that really have that fundamental foundation that you have.
Thanks.
So I feel like, So I feel like you coming in and being able to sit back and actually do the corrections with the technique and all of that, because I mean, I'd done hip hop all my life, but breaking down, locking foundation, can't even begin to tell you. So, there's not a lot of people that can do that. So I feel like them bringing you on was probably one of the best things that they could have done, because that's very rare to find in a dance teacher these days.
Thanks.
Yeah, and how